Hello and welcome to ELF. We are in our Designs of Nature theme, and Unit 2 is all about spiders. And this is Center 2, Wonders of Web Weaving and Silk Spinning. And this is a super cool center. Lots of stuff going on. The students are going to love it. I definitely recommend kind of reading through everything before you attempt to get in front of the students, just so you kind of have everything in your mind. So you're going to be talking about all the different types of webs that spiders weave. And the different tricks they use to catch their prey. This is a cool poster that will be up there that you can include, that you can show them to kind of, get them interested in it. And then you're going to be going through 5 different web models and kind of doing little activities with each one. So the first one is kind of the most common one that we think about when we think about spider webs. It's the orb web, and we have kind of a cool model that somebody built here. And there's several pictures. And then one of the things that I've always wondered is why spider feet don't stick to the web when everything else sticks to the web. And so we have a cool little experiment, because what happens is the bottom of spiders' legs are oily, so they secrete an oil that keeps them from sticking. So to show that, we will have wax paper and tape in there. We're going to try to get some 2-sided tape, but if we just have this regular tape, if you make like a little, you can kind of see like a little tape arch, that helps. And then just have students kind of feel, oh yeah, my fingers are getting stuck in here. It's kind of hard to get it off. Then take a little cooking spray, oil, and just spray it just a little bit. Don't need much. It'll make you want cookies because it smells like butter. And then there's not sticking at all. The oil coating just makes it really easy to walk across that. So that's kind of cool, and it really is a good illustration of how spiders can walk on their own webs. Our next type of web is the purse web. And there's some good pictures. There's a really good picture of a purse web in there. I think they're also called funnel webs. And we have a model here, and it says to allow students to try to catch, but these are a little fragile. They're getting up there in the years, so it's more of a visual. You can let students play around with a little, but if they get rough, just take it away and use it just as a visual. So this just kind of shows they weave a purse with their silk, and then they hide, and when something comes up to the edge, they pop out and bite them through the silk, and then they have them for dinner. So that's one example there. Our next one is a trapdoor spider, and the visual with this one is really cool. So I would definitely show the students this, because this really shows them real spiders using trapdoors. And that's a pretty big spider there. Anyway, it's cool. So this is another kind of example. The idea is there's a little trapdoor that they've built, and they cover it with leaves and their silk, and then they're hiding under here, and when a bug comes up or whatever it is that they eat, they hop over, bite them, and have them for dinner. So you can kind of let students play around with that idea as well, but again, beware that it's a little fragile. So that's the next one. What are we on to now? Okay, oh, this one's really cool. This is a lasso web made by a bolus spider. I definitely recommend looking up a video of bolus spider. And you might even be able to show it on your phone or whatever to the students. It was pretty short. But what this spider does is it creates a web. So we have these little sticky hands, and we'll have enough for each student. I actually have some that are sticky pumpkins, same idea. But the spider lowers down this sticky web, and it does this with it. And it gets it really whipping around. The video will show you. And then it catches moths that are flying around using this sticky rotating web. So we have some little laminated moths here, and you can let students, because it actually does work. You can actually catch the moths with the sticky arm. You can let students try to, pretend they're flying, see if they can catch them on the fly, and they can have fun with this and probably spend quite a bit of time playing around with that within reason if they don't get too rowdy. And then there's also, again, there's another really good illustration to show how it works. Finally, we have the net casting spider, and this spider, let's get a little spider friend, builds lots of little pieces of its web to make kind of like a net. So we have these hair nets to illustrate, and then it kind of just tosses it down, you know, onto the insects. So you can have students kind of play around with that, see how many it can get in their web when they cast it. Kind of a fun one there too. So that should be pretty time consuming to go through all that. But if you happen to have time at the end, this is a how an orb web is built, and I thought it might be fun for students to use it as like a how to draw an orb web. So kind of go through the steps the spider goes through, and then see what kind of cool pattern they come up with if they're just trying to draw this. So that's one option if you have extra time and you need something to do. I think that's it for the center. It's a busy one, but a fun one. If you have any questions, please email us at mitchellelf@gmail.com and enjoy.